And welcome back to Carteret County Speedway for the second of twin 50-lappers for the Grand National Super Series. We're here in beautiful Swansboro, North Carolina, just a few miles away from the beach. And man, it has been an absolute barn burner of a night. Local track hero Chris Burns got the win in the first 50-lapper in the number 75 Bob Shack Motorsports machine. The field's got a little twisted up here for the second race as we're going to take a look at our starting lineup. Larry Wilcox will start on the pole looking for his first career Grand National Super Series victory. And Mike Kurkowski, again, didn't have the first race he wanted. He'll start second in the number 1 car. Jeremy Mayfield, your points leader, starts third in row number 2. And A.J. Hendrickson in that beautiful Scott Bloomquist tribute machine will start fourth in the number 79. Jason Kitzmiller finished second in the first Carteret County Speedway twin 50-lapper, looking to avenge that loss here in race number 2 as he'll start in 5th. And starting 6th is race 1 winner, number 75, Chris Burns. Can he go 2 in a row? Row number 4, Lauren Butler in the number 53, still trying to get second place in points over Jason Kitzmiller to become the highest finishing points female in Grand National Super Series history. And Mark Jones, making his return to the Grand National Super Series, will start 8th. And rounding out the field is Super Dave Hutchinson in the number 62. And that is our field and starting lineup for the second twin 50-lap event here at Carteret County Speedway. And again, we have storylines abound for this race. Again, Chris Burns absolutely dominating that first 50-lap event, winning over Jason Kitzmiller. Now Kitzmiller is going to want revenge. As we talked about earlier, the last time we came here, Isaac Kitzmiller swept both of our twin 50-lap events. So Jason Kitzmiller wants to add his name and some trophies to the Kitzmiller trophy case from Carteret County Speedway. Also, A.J. Hendrickson still trying to break that drought, as I am Joshua Weatherman. Down trackside will be Alan Vick. We'll get to hear from him after our race is over. Jeremy Mayfield also going to be a contender in this race as always, but we touched on it in race number 1. This is his weakest track statistically, just an average finish of 5.2. And anybody else, I mean, that would seem like a really, really good average finish, but for Jeremy Mayfield, that's not good at all. He wants to tighten that up tonight, see if he can have a very good run in race number 2. He had a decent run in race number 1, but for Jeremy Mayfield, a good run is nothing but a win. And overall, he has 11 wins, just 2 wins off of the record for the Grand National Super Series. A.J. Hendrickson holds that with 13 Grand National Super Series victories. And again, as we go into race number 2, we want to send out all of our thoughts and heartfelt prayers to the Cromer family once more, as he is definitely celebrating in victory lane right now as we speak. Just an absolutely amazing man, an amazing driver. 2 wins here at Carteret County Speedway. This is one of his favorite tracks. Anytime he came to Carteret County Speedway, you knew he was going to be a threat. And just a very, very big gap left in the Grand National Super Series. But this is what he would have wanted. He wanted us to race on, and that is exactly what we're doing. 50 more laps here at Carteret County Speedway. Now we're rolling off. See there, Jeremy Mayfield in that beautiful black number 21 machine, and Larry Wilcox still looking for that first career Grand National Super Series victory. He has come close a lot of times, but just never could quite get the job done. Will tonight be the night for Larry Wilcox? I know he is very eager to get that first career GNSS presented by ECC win. Speaking of ECC, Arnie Hendrickson in the house tonight representing ECC Engineered Components Company. We want to thank them for all of their support of the Grand National Super Series. Without them, we wouldn't be on the track right now. So a big, big shout out to Arnie and A.J. Hendrickson. Thank you guys for all that you do for the GNSS. There's A.J. right there in that Scott Bloomquist Memorial Scheme. Looking to break that winless drought. Last time he was in victory lane was earlier this year at Carteret Speedway. And if there was any track that he could do it at, it's right here. Average finish of 2.67. Came close in that first race. Is the second time the charm for A.J. Hendrickson. We also got to think about points at this time of the year. Only 2 races left for the Grand National Super Series. Jeremy Mayfield still has a huge points lead. Jason Kitzmiller, second in points. Lauren Butler in third, still trying to get over Jason Kitzmiller to take over second place. Kevin Cromer fourth. Donnie Doster in fifth. And A.J. Hendrickson all the way back in sixth. He wants to better that tonight. To move up in the point standings, try to get in the picture with Kitzmiller and Butler. We'll see if he can do it. By our math, and I was doing the math earlier after race number 1, I don't think that anybody can get up to Jeremy Mayfield in the points. So, barring any complete disaster, or really even disaster can happen, I don't think anybody is going to be able to catch Jeremy Mayfield for the 2024 Grand National Super Series title. As here we go, we are doubled up, ready for the start of the second twin 50-lap event here at Carteret County Speedway to round out the Night of Champions. And here we go, the green flag is out, and Larry Wilcox will cross the stripe first. He'll lead us into turn number 1. But A.J. Hendrickson will get the run off of turn number 2. He makes that outside work, goes through the dip, and he is your new leader as they are 3 wide for second. Jason Kitzmiller has it so far on the outside, but that will be drawn back. Looks like officials not happy with the initial start. We'll re-rack them, restack them, and do it all over again. Something either Larry Wilcox did or A.J. Hendrickson did that the officials did not like at all. An amazing 3-wide battle early for second position going into turn number 3. Wilcox is going to want a better start than he did on that first try. We'll see if he can get it done, as he'll have a chance to regroup here. Man, A.J. Hendrickson starting the second race off fast and furious. Making that outside lane work, which is very, very difficult to do here at flat Carteret County Speedway, at 3/8 of a mile. Drivers absolutely love this place. The facility is absolutely amazing. As we are doubled up again. The pace truck trying to catch up with the field here. He couldn't keep up with those Grand National Super Series cars. That's just how competitive they are. They don't want a pace truck leading them under caution. As we'll get one more try at this. Larry Wilcox, A.J. Hendrickson, Jeremy Mayfield, Jason Kitzmiller, Chris Burns in the 75 looking for 2 in a row. Mike Kurkowski, Lauren Butler. Here we go. Larry Wilcox leads them to the green flag. But A.J. Hendrickson again going to get that major run on the outside lane. Looks to clear off of turn 2. Wilcox trying his best, but he will not be able to do it. Oh, he dives into turn 3, though. He is not going down without a fight, as we will get it called back again. We're having some trouble here with these restarts. Don't know if the issue is jumping or laying back too far, but the officials not happy at all with how this race has begun. Just shows how eager these drivers are. They've been sitting around waiting for the local divisions to finish. They've wanted to get this race in. They're ready to go. They're ready for a chance to visit Carteret County Speedway Victory Lane. As we'll get the 1 to go signal this time. We're going to try this for the 3rd time. They say the 3rd time's the charm. We're going to figure that out right here. I think we've got everything straightened out. Try this one more time. Larry Wilcox, AJ Hendrickson, Jeremy Mayfield, Jason Kitzmiller, Chris Burns, and Mike Kurkowski in the number 1. For the 3rd time in a row, we're coming to the finish line, and we are green here at Carteret County Speedway. AJ Hendrickson with that massive outside line jump, and he will take the lead. We're 3 wide again for second. Wilcox dropping like a rock through the field. And we're getting it called back again. Man, oh man. I would not want to see what the scoring tower looks like right now, because I bet it's not pretty. These guys are just so eager and so ready to get to the beach. They're wanting to get this race done and over with. As now it looks like Jeremy Mayfield will start on the front row. As we will get the 1 to go signal one more time. Maybe the 4th time's the charm here tonight at Carteret County Speedway. Jeremy Mayfield will have that preferred inside lane, but you saw AJ Hendrickson can make that outside work like a charm. And Chris Burns already up to 3rd. His chance out of 2 for tonight, very high. As for the 4th time tonight here at Carteret County Speedway, let's see if we can get it right this time. Coming to the green flag, Jeremy Mayfield, AJ Hendrickson, Chris Burns, and we're green at Carteret County. Side by side coming off of turn 2. Look at that run that AJ Hendrickson gets. But Mayfield still sticking in his side, but it's going to be Hendrickson clearing for the lead. Jason Kitzmiller now on the outside as we will actually complete a lap here at Carteret County. Jeremy Mayfield still to the inside of AJ Hendrickson, an absolute dogfight. You can put the top 4 over a blanket as they battle for the top spot. Hendrickson holding the high ground for now, but Jeremy Mayfield getting those tires warmed up and ready to go. Chris Burns right there in the wings as well. Chris Burns making his move for 3rd position. As again, these guys are not letting up. If they don't look out, Larry Wilcox is right there in 5th. He can move into this battle as well. Jeremy Mayfield, will he clear for the lead? He does. Jeremy Mayfield, your new leader here at Carteret County Speedway. Chris Burns takes over the 3rd position. Now Hendrickson stuck on an outside line. He was making it work for so many laps. Now it's almost like a conveyor belt. Chris Burns already moving his way up to 2nd. Could he pull off the sweep? Reminiscent of what Isaac Kitzmiller did earlier this year. Seems like every time we come to Carteret County Speedway, it always produces amazing storylines. And tonight is looking no different as Kitzmiller goes to battle with AJ Hendrickson. They are side by side coming off of turn number 4. Almost a little bit of contact there. And Kitzmiller, can he clear the number 79? He will. Kitzmiller gets by AJ Hendrickson. Hendrickson now finally has some breathing room, some time to see what's the matter with his car here, get his bearings underneath him. He'll fall back to 4th. Back up front, though, Chris Burns is already there. He is breathing down Jeremy Mayfield's neck. Jeremy Mayfield, though, hungry for a victory, hasn't been to victory lane since Lonesome Pine. And again, looking to improve on that average finish here at Carteret County. He has never, ever won a race at Carteret County Speedway, looking to change that, but Chris Burns has a different opinion on it. He's already sticking his nose under Jeremy Mayfield as they come to the stripe. Experience the speed of these Grand National Super Series machines and just how loud they are. They rumble the ground as they fly by on the straightaway. Chris Burns creeping ever so close to Jeremy Mayfield, but Mayfield holds a pretty wheel. The most experienced driver in this field. Numerous Cup Series victories to Jeremy Mayfield's name. But again, Chris Burns, the most experienced driver at this track, in second. As they are mano-a-mano right now. Chris Burns is dancing in Jeremy Mayfield's mirror, just waiting for a chance to strike for the lead. As he'll look to the inside just a bit, Jeremy Mayfield shuts the door heading into turn number 1. Kitzmiller riding in third, waiting for anything to happen here. We know what happened when Chris Burns and Kevin Cromer got together in a side-by-side battle here at Carteret County. Can Jason Kitzmiller take advantage if something like that were to happen? As we come up on lap traffic, the number 62 of Super Dave Hutchinson. He will move out of the way as best as he can. Jeremy Mayfield continues to lead. This is shaping up to be an absolute thriller as we still have a competition caution coming at lap 20. So no matter what, we will re-rack and restack this field. And that'll give Chris Burns a closer shot at Jeremy Mayfield. Got to give a shout out to these fans as well. They have stayed here all night waiting to see the final Grand National Super Series event. Absolutely amazing crowd here tonight. They have made their voices known as well. Love to see the passion of these short track racing fans. Burns inches in a little closer, but he got a little loose there off of turn number 4. The car got out from underneath him. He'll be able to save it, but that did cost him a little bit of time on Jeremy. As you see all of this top 3 starting to come together like glue. And there's AJ Hendrickson. You see how far back he is of that top 3. He's going to have to make some ground up here. He will have that caution to do that, but he needs to see what he can do with that car to figure out how to get in position to win this race as well. Just not the night that AJ Hendrickson wanted. We continue to log laps, just waiting for that lap 20 competition caution to give the drivers a chance to recuperate and regroup. And there it is, the lap 20 competition caution is out. Jeremy Mayfield continues to lead. Chris Burns second, Jason Kitzmiller third, and AJ Hendrickson in fourth, waiting in the wings. As the field passes by our speed shot. Love these 2 speed shot angles. Just an amazing view of Carteret County Speedway and the speed that you can get around this fast 3/8 mile. You just see how flat this track is as well. And the pavement, not that wore out actually. This track opened just in 2015, so it is not that old of a track at all. It was the dream of owner Bobby Watson. And fantastic to see that dream come to life as we see the number 12 of Mark Jones heading into pit road. Looks like he's going to nose that machine in. This might be the end of the night for Mark Jones. Hate to see that. To make his return to Grand National Super Series, looks like he won't be able to complete the second 50-lap event. Unfortunate circumstances for that number 12 machine. Glad to see Mark Jones make a return with us. Hopefully he'll be back for some more events with the Grand National Super Series. As as we go back up front, these guys are about as even as you can get. Jeremy Mayfield, the points leader. Chris Burns, a local hero. Then there's Jason Kitzmiller. You don't even have to speak about his stats and his wins. He has been on a roll recently. He's in third. AJ Henriksen, the all-time winningest Grand National Super Series driver. He's in fourth. The defending champion, AJ Henriksen, 2022 and 2023. The only champion in Grand National Super Series history. And Larry Wilcox behind him as well. Just an absolutely amazing, amazing field that have assembled here around the beach at Carteret County Speedway. Time for play is over. The 20-lap test session is done for these guys. It is now time for 30 laps of all-out, flat-out racing. It's time to show your cards and show what you're made of, as they will double up in preparation for this upcoming restart. What does Chris Burns have for that number 21 machine of Jeremy Mayfield? Jason Kitzmiller, AJ Henriksen right there behind them. Larry Wilcox, Lauren Butler looking for a good run as well. And Mike Krakowski and Dave Hutchinson rounding out the field. As we will come to their green flag, and Jeremy Mayfield gets a great jump on Chris Burns. Chris Burns got a little tail happy there coming to the start-finish line. Chris Burns now having to deal with Jason Kitzmiller. And it looks like that start will be called back. A little deja vu of the earlier portion of the race. Looks like Jeremy Mayfield might have got a warning there from the flag man. You saw the finger. So we'll see how Jeremy approaches this next restart, knowing that he's got a warning under his belt. Again, Chris Burns, not the restart he wanted at all. Looked like a drag car at the start-finish line there. Almost spun that number 75 machine out. As we will get the one to go, we'll try this one more time. Mayfield continues to lead as they go through that humongous bump in the track in turn number 2, that dip. Talked to a lot of drivers. They said that really, really upsets the car, but it's also a part of why this track's so fun. They love the challenge. They love the difficulty of racing around Carteret County Speedway. As here we come, the green flag is back out in the air, and it looks like a much better restart for Jeremy Mayfield and Chris Burns on the front row. Burns going to give Mayfield a challenge on the outside, but it's not going to be enough. Jeremy Mayfield will clear for the lead, and here comes the number 97 of Jason Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller right on the door of Chris Burns. Burns trying to give him everything he's got on the outside, but it looks like it's not going to be enough as Burns will slot in behind Jason Kitzmiller. Burns now going to have to deal with the number 79 of AJ Henriksen. But Burns looks like he doesn't care about AJ Henriksen. He's going to go back after Jason Kitzmiller in the number 97 as he peeks to the inside. Kitzmiller will slam the door on Burns. Is this top three starting to rubber band together once again? Jeremy Mayfield, the lucky man out front, but I don't know if he wants to look out that rearview mirror. Now Henriksen still trying to crawl to the back bumper of Chris Burns. Burns looks like his car may be starting to go away a little bit as the laps wane down in this 50-lap feature. And now, though, we see Jason Kitzmiller. He was in position to win this race. earlier in the night. Can he avenge his loss? He is to the inside of Jeremy Mayfield. Mayfield going to give him a challenge on the outside, but it's Jason Kitzmiller who will take the lead, and Chris Burns is looking to follow through for second. Burns now going to try to mount a charge on the number 97 of Jason Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller is going to defend that lead like it's nobody's business. He wants to add another Grand National Super Series win and trophy to that trophy case, and especially one that says Carteret County Speedway. As A.J. Henriksen will take the third spot over Jeremy Mayfield. Jeremy starting to fall back a little bit. Don't know if his handling is going away or what's going on with that 21 machine, but he's going to have to pick it up as the laps tick off fast here at Carteret County. As AJ also getting a little tail happy off the turf, where you can tell the handling is really going away on these machines. Just shows the talent level as well, though, that they're able to manhandle these heavy, heavy cars. Talked to Landon Huffman back at Tri-County. He said driving these things are like driving bricks. These things are heavy, heavy, heavy. Just shows the level of talent throughout this entire field. As Chris Burns is still right on the back bumper of Jason Kitzmiller, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He darts to the outside just a bit. Looks like a little bit of a diamond approach to that corner. But Kitzmiller again trying to block off any advance in the game. But Kitzmiller slipped up a little bit there. Kitzmiller slipped up. Chris Burns slipped up a little bit as well. That was a weird moment there. Hello, there's rain on the track. That's what the problem is. There's rain on the track. You can see it clearly on the camera. Jeremy Mayfield has spun out. An absolute downpour has started here during the 50-lap event. What a turn of events. And Lauren Butler is into the tire barrier hard. A hard hit for the number 53 machine. Just a sudden downpour of rain, and these drivers had nothing they could have done. You see Lauren Butler does have the window net down. Safety personnel going to check on her. Rain came absolutely out of nowhere. One lap was fine, and then the next lap just absolute monsoon. What an unfortunate circumstance of events. You see the red flag is going to come out. Conditions too dangerous right now to continue on. Man, you have to feel for Lauren Butler. She had her issues in race number 1, and then just an absolute victim in race number 2 as she talks to one of her crew mates. Just absolutely nothing she could have done. Nothing of her fault at all. And you have to think for these guys as well, especially the leaders, Jason Kitzmiller and Chris Burns. What is the outcome of this race going to be? Are we going to call the race short due to rain? What is the strategy like here? Do they prepare for the rest of the race? And how is the track going to be? We saw how wet it got. It's going to change the track dramatically. We're going to see how those top two acclimate to those conditions. Nobody, absolutely nobody in the garage prepared for this. As you see, the rain looks like it's letting up a little bit as they will stop on pit road. What is going through the minds of these drivers at this moment? Jason Kitzmiller says it's a monsoon. He said it's an absolute hurricane. Tornadoes are coming off of turn 2 for Jason Kitzmiller. But for Chris Burns, it's clear and sunshine. He's ready to get this race going right now. We saw a comment here on the live stream on Facebook. This storm looks like it's going to pass by as fast as it came in. So you got to love that beach weather, I tell you. Just unpredictable, out of nowhere. You can go from sun shining 5 minutes later, that. You see repairs will have to be made to the tire barrier. A great safety advancement here at Carteret County Speedway. That softened the blow tremendously for the number 53 machine. As now Jason Kitzmiller already back on the track. See, I mean, that was just maybe the quickest rain I've ever seen on a racetrack. Lauren Butler, the unfortunate victim of said outburst, though. Oh, and we are hearing due to curfew, this event is over, and your winner is Jason Kitzmiller in the 97. Chris Burns will come home second. And Kitzmiller definitely going to be happy to add a Carteret County Speedway trophy to his trophy case. I know probably not the way he wanted to do it in a shortened fashion like this. But he is your winner, his first victory at Carteret County Speedway. And his 11th victory overall in the Grand National Super Series. As they wipe the windshield off of that number 97 machine, that is a very, very happy driver. You got to hate it for Chris Burns, though. It looks like he was going to mount a charge there in the final laps. But it's all for naught. As we'll send it down trackside to Alan Vick for post-race interviews.
You got us in the rain, got us. Jake, you're going to come out and we'll chat with Jason, Chris Burns, and AJ Hendrickson. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. Thanks for coming out for championship night and for the Bobby Watson Memorial. Jason, that was just one of those things, just about time, just timing, man. Congratulations. You had a good car. You were right there. Unfortunately, Jeremy, it was just one of those things, just about time we were reaching for the flag. It's just nothing you can do about it.
No, I get it. No, we had a good car there in the second run. We made some adjustments. Still struggled with the grip, but Chris was right there. We was able to get underneath of him there on that restart.
I saw 30 on the
kind of worked out for us, but I'm going to tell you, that was slick that last lap.
Yep, the 21 obviously was leading, and he got turned sideways. It was just one of those things, you're talking 5 seconds, one way or the other.
Yeah, 10-4. I didn't know what happened to Jeremy, so
he spun right here at the start-finish line. So. Anyway, congratulations.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Jason Kirchmiller gets it done. Let's go find Chris Burns. Great. Always a great time when the Grand National Super Series is here. Chris, man, you wound up second. Just a bizarre ending. Really nothing anybody could have done about it. It was just one of those things, man.
Absolutely. I don't know that we would have had the car to beat them anyway. And that thing looked pretty good. We were a little free up off the corner, so it probably played out like it would have. But I'd have liked to run another 20 laps just to give it a shot. But man, congratulations, everybody. It was a pretty good night overall. Got to thank Bob and everybody that lets me run this car, and the Hinkersons with ECC Engineered Components, man, for what they do for this series and this style of car racing. It's awesome. So we appreciate everybody.
We can't wait to have you guys and girls come back. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Let's find AJ. All right. Racing is a funny game, my friend. You know, nothing we could have done there. It happened, and feel bad for the 21 and the others, but you wind up with a podium finish. 2 podium finishes tonight, so overall, not a bad night.
Yeah, overall happy. It's a great night. Happy for Chris Burns for his first win here. That was pretty cool to see him win at his home track where he does so well. So good for the street.
Well, I know you got fans, you got friends here, and it's always great to have this series. We hope you'll come back soon.
Absolutely, man.
All right, thank you, man.
Well, we knew it was going to get wild, and I had that feeling, but I didn't think it was going to get that wild, as Jason Kitzmiller will win a curfew-shortened race here at Carteret County Speedway ahead of Chris Burns. What an amazing performance from Chris and A.J. Hendrickson. We'll see you next time for the Grand National Super Series at Dominion